The history of the internet. Well, for starters, what a topic. Strange, you may think, why I would have chosen the internet out of all things. In this speech, I will inform you all why I chose the internet as my topic. The average global internet user now spends roughly 6.5 hours online each day. Added together, the world's internet users currently spend more than 1.5 billion years of combined human existence using connected devices and services each year. However, the internet was not developed by a single person, but rather by several scientists and researchers such as Robert Kahn and Vinton Cerf. They created the TCP/IP protocol, which is crucial to the transfer of data between networks. I believe this speech is worth mentioning because it gives the audience a background on the tool they use every day. Daily, a lot of us don't think about how far we've come in the last 6 decades. During the Cold War, a U.S. Department of Defense project gave rise to ARPANET, the forerunner of the internet. The Advanced Research Projects Agency, ARPA, was in charge of the project, which sought to build a resilient, decentralized computer network that could communicate even in the case of a nuclear strike. To facilitate resource sharing and cooperation amongst individuals engaged in defense-related initiatives, this network was created to link different research institutes and universities. On October 29, 1969, UCLA researchers tried to use the ARPANET to transmit a message to the Stanford Research Institute. After sending just the first 2 letters, LO, the system failed. They were attempting to send the message log in to establish a connection. Despite the technological glitch, this event is regarded as the beginning of the internet because it was the first successful transfer of a message from host to host on the future internet. Under the guidance of Professor Leonard Kleinrock, Charlie Klein, a UCLA student programmer, delivered the message, and it wasn't but 20 years later that a British scientist by the name of Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, which we know now as WWW, while working at CERN. The web was originally conceived and developed to meet the demand for automated information sharing between scientists and universities and institutes around the world. CERN released the World Wide Web software into the public domain on April 30th, 1993. In order to increase its distribution, CERN later made a release accessible under an open license. The web flourished as a result of these actions. The web made it simple for anyone to navigate the internet. All users had to do was launch a new program called a browser, type in a URL, and hit return. This began the internet's transformation into the vibrant online canvas we use today. Anyone could make their own website with photographs, video, and sound. They might even send viewers to other sites using hyperlinked words or phrases underlined in blue. With just a mouse click, we can now access many parts of our digital knowledge base, making it one of the most revolutionary characteristics of the web. Almost everything which you needed to know in your daily life was written down somewhere, Berners-Lee told NPR's Fresh Air in 1996. And at the time in the 1980s, it was almost certainly written down on a computer somewhere. It was very frustrating that people's effort in typing in was not being used when in fact, it could only be tied together and made accessible. Everything would be so much easier for everybody. This paved the way for all the things we're able to do to this day. Now that we have the internet so easily accessible to us in the palm of our hands, this has pushed communication even further with the push of a button. Communication with people around the world is now easier than ever thanks to the internet. Due to the ease with which we can now access the internet in the palm of our hands, communication has advanced dramatically. The internet has made it easier than ever to communicate with individuals worldwide. People may now stay in touch with friends and family no matter wherever they are. Because of social media, email, and instant messaging apps, Businesses can now save time and money by holding meetings remotely thanks to video conferencing. Learning has also changed as a result of the internet. People can now pursue degrees and gain new skills from anywhere in the world thanks to online courses and educational resources. For many people, especially those who live in distant places or cannot afford traditional education, this has made education more affordable and accessible. The way businesses function has also been significantly impacted by the internet. Businesses can now offer goods and services online thanks to e-commerce, which has opened up new markets and opportunities. Social media has grown in importance as a tool for businesses, enabling them to connect with current clients and attract new ones. Additionally, the internet has made it simpler for companies to interact and work together with clients and partners worldwide. Social media offer a direct connection to people and thus allow for the spread of fragmented ideas such as populism to circumvent journalistic gatekeepers. In this way, populists can prevent uncontested or unvetted ideas directly to their audience and articulate their ideology. The things that the internet enables me to perform daily are getting better every day. Things will continue to advance over time, particularly in terms of what we can accomplish online. From the development of the ARPANET in the late 1960s, which aimed to transmit the first message, to the World Wide Web's inception 20 years later, the ability to manage a business from anywhere in the world with a cell phone is just one example of how the internet has expanded. The internet's development has exploded beyond the first founders' wildest expectations. The options are endless.